The legend of the dark entity. Deep in the heart of the forest lies a cabin that is cursed by a dark and ancient entity. Legend has it that this entity has been present since the beginning of time, and that its very presence is enough to drive a person to the brink of madness. The entity is said to be made of pure darkness, and its form is ever-changing and impossible to comprehend. Some say that it is a manifestation of the very darkness that lies at the heart of the universe, while others believe that it is a powerful demon that has been bound to the cabin by supernatural forces. Those who enter the cabin risk encountering the entity, and those who do rarely return unscathed. Some are driven to madness, unable to comprehend the darkness that they have encountered. Others simply disappear, never to be seen again. According to the legend, the entity is always present within the cabin, watching and waiting for its next victim. It is said that it feeds on the fear and despair of those who enter, and that it will continue to do so for all eternity. Despite the danger, there are still those who seek out the cursed cabin, driven by curiosity or desire for power. But those who do so do it at their own peril, for the dark entity that dwells within is not to be trifled with. Those who have encountered the dark entity within the cursed cabin describe a feeling of overwhelming dread and hopelessness. The darkness seems to seep into their very soul, sapping their strength and willpower. Some have reported hearing strange whispers and whispers that seem to come from the shadows, while others have seen shadowy figures darting in and out of their peripheral vision. According to some versions of the legend, the dark entity was summoned to the cabin by a group of powerful sorcerers who sought to harness its power for their own purposes. They believed that they could control the entity and use its power to achieve their wildest desires. However, their plan backfired, and the entity broke free of their control, wreaking havoc on the surrounding area. The sorcerers were killed in the case, and the entity took up residence in the cursed cabin, drawing in unsuspecting victims with its dark and terrible power. Over time, the legend of the dark entity has grown, with many believing that it is a true force of evil that threatens the very fabric of reality. Some even believe that it is a key player in a cosmic battle between light and darkness, and that the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Regardless of the truth behind the legend, the cursed cabin remains a place of fear and mystery. Its walls a barrier between the world of the living and the dark forces that lie beyond. Those who dare to enter do so at their own risk, knowing that the dark entity that dwells within could be their ultimate undoing. Despite the danger that the cursed cabin poses, some people are still drawn to it, whether out of curiosity or a desire to test their courage. However, those who enter the cabin rarely return unscathed, and the legend of the dark entity continues to spread. Over the years, various rumors and tales have emerged about the entity's origins and powers. Some say that it is a fallen angel who was cast out of heaven, while others claim that it is an ancient demon that was sealed away by powerful sorcerers. There's even some who believe that it is a being from another dimension that has somehow found its way into our world. Despite the many stories surrounding the dark entity, one thing is certain: it is a force to be reckoned with. Those who have encountered it describe feelings of terror and despair that are unlike anything they have ever experienced before. Some say that they were barely able to escape with their lives, while others have been driven to madness by the entity's dark influence. Today, the cursed cabin remains a place of fear and dread, with many people refusing to even approach it. Those who do are often met with warnings from locals, who speak of the dark entity with hushed voices and fearful glances. For those who are brave enough to enter, however, the legend of the dark entity is a constant reminder of the danger that lies within. The legend of the Forbidden Tome. Deep within the cursed cabin lies an ancient tome, a book of forbidden knowledge that is said to contain secrets that are too powerful for mortal minds to comprehend. According to legend, the tome was created by a group of powerful sorcerers who sought to unlock the secrets of the universe and harness its power for their own purposes. The tome was said to be so dangerous that it was hidden away in the cursed cabin, guarded by supernatural entities that would stop at nothing to protect its secrets. Those who dared to read it risked being consumed by dark forces or driven insane by the knowledge within its pages. Over the years, many have sought to uncover the secrets of the Forbidden Tome, driven by curiosity or a desire for power. Some have even claimed to have found the tome, only to disappear soon after. Others have reported hearing strange whispers and seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their vision, suggesting that the tome is still hidden within the cabin. According to some versions of the legend, The Forbidden Tome contains knowledge that is so powerful that it could be used to unleash unimaginable horrors upon the world. Others believe that the tome is a key to unlocking the secrets of the universe, with the potential to bring about a new era of enlightenment and progress. Regardless of its true nature, the Forbidden Tome remains a symbol of danger and mystery, drawing in those who seek to unlock its secrets and tempting them with the promise of ultimate power. But those who dare to read it to show it there, are at risk in knowing that the knowledge within its pages could lead them down a path of madness and destruction. Rumors and tales of the Forbidden Tome have spread far and wide, attracting seekers of knowledge and power to the cursed cabin. Some believe that the tome holds the key to unlocking magical abilities or discovering the secrets of the afterlife. Others see it as a tool for gaining wealth and influence, or as a means of exacting revenge on their enemies. But for every story of someone who has claimed to find the tome and unlock its secrets, there are countless more of those who have been consumed by its dark powers. Some say that the tome is cursed, and that its very existence brings nothing but death and destruction to those who seek it out. Despite the danger, some continue to search for the Forbidden Tome, driven by a desire for knowledge or power that overrides their fear of the dark forces that guard it. But those who investigate the cursed cabin seeking the tome often find themselves facing an even greater danger than they could have imagined, with a dark entity and other supernatural entities lurking in the shadows, waiting to claim their next victim. Today, the legend of the Forbidden Tome continues to draw people to the cursed cabin, with some believing that they are destined to uncover its secrets and others simply unable to resist the temptation of the unknown. But whether the tome is ever found or remains hidden forever, its legend will continue to inspire both fear and fascination in those who hear its tale. Despite the danger and warnings associated with the cursed cabin, there are always those who seek out its mysteries and the dark entities that lurk within. Some are thrill seekers looking for a rush of adrenaline, while others are drawn by a deep-seated curiosity or an unshakable belief in the supernatural. Have a few enter the cursed cabin ever return, and those who do often bear the scars of their encounter with the occult forces that dwell within. Some tell tales of the dark entity, while others describe their encounters with malevolent spirits or the eerie whispers of the Forbidden Tome. The stories and legends of the cursed cabin have been passed down through generations, inspiring both fear and fascination in those who hear them. Many believe that the cabin and its surrounding area are cursed, and that the forces that dwell within are powerful enough to bend reality itself to their will. Despite efforts to discourage people from venturing into the cursed cabin, it remains a popular destination for those seeking thrills or seeking to uncover the mysteries of the supernatural. Some even believe that there are hidden entrances or secret passageways that lead to even deeper and darker secrets within the cabin's walls. Whether tales and legends of the cursed cabin are true or merely the product of overactive imaginations and superstition, there is no denying the powerful hold that they have over those who seek out the unknown and the mysterious. And as long as the cabin remains standing, it will continue to draw in those who are brave or foolish enough to enter its doors. The legend of the Sacrificial altar is one of the many tales that surround the cursed cabin. According to this legend, the cabin was once used by a cult for human sacrifices, with the altar within the cabin being the site of these gruesome rituals. It is said that those who enter the cabin risk encountering the restless spirits of the sacrificial victims, who still haunt the cabin to this day. Some have reported hearing the ghostly whispers of these spirits, while others have claimed to have seen apparitions of the sacrificed individuals. Many have tried to unravel the truth behind this legend, but the exact details of the supposed cult and its practices remain shrouded in mystery. Some have dismissed the legend as mere superstition, while others believe that there may be some truth to it. Despite the uncertainties surrounding the legend of the sacrificial altar, the story continues to fascinate and terrify those who hear it. For some, it serves as a reminder of the dark and dangerous practices that can arise from human belief and superstition, while for others it is a chilling warning about the dangers of venturing into the unknown. While many dismiss the legend of the sacrificial altar as mere superstition, others believe that there may be more to the story than meets the eye. Despite the risks, some brave souls have even attempted to spend the night in the cabin, hoping to catch a glimpse of the alleged spirits and uncover the truth behind the legend. However, many who have tried have reported experiencing strange phenomena and have had to cut their investigations short due to the overwhelming sense of dread and unease that seems to permeate the cabin. Some have reported hearing disembodied voices, feeling sudden drops in temperature, and seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of the cabin. Others have claimed to have been physically pushed or touched by unseen forces. leaving them shaken and frightened. Despite the eerie experiences reported by those who have entered the cursed cabin, there is still no concrete evidence to support the legend of the sacrificial altar. However, the mystery and intrigue surrounding the cabin continue to draw in those who seek a thrill and a glimpse into the supernatural. Over the years, the legend of the sacrificial altar has become one of the most popular and enduring legends associated with the cursed cabin. It continues to be passed down from generation to generation, with each retelling adding new twists and details to the story. Many have attempted to uncover the truth behind the legend, but so far no one has been able to definitively prove whether the sacrifices actually took place at the cabin. However, the story remains a cautionary tale about the dangers of dabbling in the supernatural and the unknown. Despite the eerie and unsettling legends that surround the cabin, some people are still drawn to it. Some claim that they feel a strange pull towards the cabin, while others are fascinated by the history and mystery that surround it. Despite the risks, there are always those who are willing to brave the dangers of the cursed cabin in search of answers, thrills, or a deeper understanding of the supernatural. But for most, the cursed cabin remains a dark and terrifying place, best left unexplored. The legend of the Vengeful Ghost tells the story of a spirit that is said to haunt the cursed cabin, seeking revenge on anyone who dares to enter its walls. According to the legend, the ghost is the restless soul of a person who was wronged in life, and whose anger and pain have turned them into a malevolent spirit. Some say that the Vengeful Ghost is the result of a curse placed on the cabin by an angry sorcerer, while others believe that it is the spirit of a former owner or occupant of the cabin who died under tragic circumstances. Whatever true origin of the ghost may be, its presence in the cursed cabin is undeniable. Many who have entered the cabin claim to have felt the ghost's presence, whether in the form of an icy chill, an ominous feeling of being watched, or even sightings of a spectral figure. Some even report being physically attacked by the Vengeful Ghost, with scratches and bruises appearing on their skin seemingly out of nowhere. The legend of the Vengeful Ghost has become a cautionary tale, with warnings passed down through generations to stay away from the cursed cabin and avoid angering the restless spirit within. Those who do enter the cabin despite the warnings often do so at their own peril, risking the wrath of the Vengeful Ghost and the other dark forces that lurk within. Despite the dangers associated with the cursed cabin, there are always those who are drawn to its mysteries and the legends that surround it, whether they are motivated by curiosity, a desire for adventure, or a belief in the supernatural. Those who enter the cabin will always risk encountering the Vengeful Ghost and the other malevolent forces that dwell within its walls. The legend of the Vengeful Ghost continues to be told and retold, inspiring both fear and fascination in those who hear it. Some believe that the ghost can only be appeased by offering it a tribute, while others think that it can be driven away by performing a ritual or reciting a specific incantation. However, there are those who argue that the Vengeful Ghost is not a separate entity at all, but rather a manifestation of the collective fears and anxieties of those who enter the cursed cabin. They suggest that the ghost is a projection of the human psyche, and that those who encounter it are actually confronting their own deepest fears and darkest impulses. Despite these debates, the legend of the Vengeful Ghost continues to be a prominent part of the cursed cabin's lore. It serves as a reminder of the power of the supernatural and the enduring appeal of the unknown and the mysterious. And as long as the cursed cabin remains standing, the legends and stories that surround it will continue to be passed down through the generations, inspiring both terror and wonder in those who hear them. For many, the cursed cabin will always be a place of darkness, death, and madness, haunted by malevolent spirits and the secrets of the occult. But there are also those who believe that there is a way to break the curse that has plagued the cabin for so many years. Some say that a powerful spell or ritual could be performed to banish the dark forces that dwell within its walls, while others claim that the cursed cabin can only be destroyed by fire and the cleansing power of the flames. Still, even those who believe in the possibility of breaking the curse acknowledge the risks involved. They warn that any attempt to do so could unleash even greater forces of darkness and evil, and that the consequences could be catastrophic. Despite the danger, however, there are always those who are drawn to the cursed cabin, driven by a desire to uncover its secrets and unravel the mysteries that lie within. And as long as there are those who seek out the cabin, there will always be new legends and tales of death, madness, and the occult to be told. For the cursed cabin is more than just a physical place. It is a symbol of the darkness that lies within all of us and the fears and anxieties that we must confront in order to find true understanding and enlightenment. And whether we choose to embrace the darkness or to turn away from it, the cursed cabin will always be a part of our collective consciousness, reminding us of the mysteries that lie at the heart of the human experience. The legend of the witch's curse has been passed down for generations, inspiring fear and fascination in those who hear it. According to the story, the witch was a powerful practitioner of the dark arts who lived alone in a small hut deep in the woods near the cursed cabin. Over time, the witch became increasingly obsessed with the forces of darkness and began to experiment with dangerous spells and incantations. As she delved deeper into the occult, she began to sense a malevolent presence in the area around her cabin, and she became convinced that it was trying to possess her and drive her to madness. In a final act of desperation, the witch placed a curse on the cursed cabin, imbuing it with the same malevolent forces that had driven her to the brink of insanity. She vowed that all who entered the cabin would be subject to the same curse, doomed to suffer a terrible fate. Since then, countless people have ventured into the cursed cabin, drawn by its dark reputation and the legends that surround it, and while some have managed to emerge unscathed, most have not been so lucky. Some have been driven to madness, while others have simply disappeared without a trace. Despite the dangers, however, there are always those who are drawn to the cursed cabin, driven by a desire to uncover its secrets and unlock the mysteries that lie within. And as long as the cabin remains standing, the legend of the witch's curse will continue to inspire both fear and fascination, reminding us of the power of the occult and the dangers of delving too deeply into the forces of darkness. There are those who believe that the curse can be broken, but it is said to require a powerful counter-curse or spell to banish the dark forces that the witch called upon. Others believe that the witch's curse can only be broken if a sacrifice is made, that someone must willingly give their life to the forces of darkness in order to appease them and break the curse. Despite these theories, however, no one has yet been able to break the curse or free the cabin from the grip of the malevolent forces that dwell within its walls. And so the legend of the witch's curse continues to haunt the area around the cursed cabin, inspiring fear and curiosity in equal measures. For many, the cursed cabin serves as a warning against the dangers of dabbling in the occult and of seeking out forbidden knowledge. But for others, it is a challenge, and so the legend of the witch's curse lives on, a testament to the power of the unknown and the enduring fascination that we have with the forces of darkness and the occult. Despite the many legends and stories that surround the cursed cabin, its true nature remains shrouded in mystery. Some believe that the cabin is simply a place where tragic events have occurred, while others believe that it is truly cursed, imbued with dark forces that cannot be understood or explained. Over the years, many have tried to unravel the secrets of the cursed cabin, to understand the dark forces that seem to permeate its walls and to discover the truth behind the legends that have grown up around it. But despite their efforts, the cabin remains a place of mystery and intrigue, drawing in those who are brave enough or foolish enough to venture within its walls. And so the legend of the cursed cabin continues, passed down from generation to generation as a cautionary tale of the dangers of the unknown and the power of the occult. For some, it is a source of fascination and curiosity, while for others it is a source of fear and dread. But no matter what one believes about the cursed cabin, it remains a place that is steeped in mystery and legend, a testament to the enduring fascination that we have with the forces of darkness and the occult. And for those who are brave enough to venture within its walls, it is a place that will always hold the promise of discovery, even as it threatens to consume them with its dark and powerful presence.